Hello agents, this is practice number 12, how to create a dynamic library using Linux commands, or in my case I'm using OS X, but it's the same way, don't worry. So first thing first, we need the files that we'll be using. So this is the main file which will be implementing our dynamic library, and this is the file that will become the dynamic library. So in this case we can see the methods here, which are converting an ASCII binary to integer, converting an ASCII hexadecimal to integer, and converting a float to double, and also a supporting function which is printing the menu of the file. And here you can see I have the main function, which was actually in this file, and now it implements the functions that will be in the dynamic library. Here you can see the externs, and here I wrote the codes that I'll be using to create the dynamic library, but this main already implements them. So let's see the commands that we need. First, we need to create the dynamic library, so that's what we'll be doing here. So as you can see here, we use GCC dynamic library, and here it's the object that we'll be producing that will become the dynamic library, and this is the input file. So these are just some warnings because I'm using pointers. After that, we can see that we now have the dynamic library. So what we need to do next is to give the path of the dynamic library. So since we're just in the same directory, we just put a dot, then /l practice8, and the file that will be implementing the library. So now, as you can see, this produces an executable. This executable is the one that implements the main function from Practice12, or I guess you could call the program itself. So now we execute it, and we can see it prints the menu, which is the first option here, which called the function print menu from the dynamic library we're using. And as we can see, it will go and call the other function. So let's select change a binary, and that's the result. Now let's change a hexadecimal, so A will be 10, and now let's change float to double. So this is of double precision. So now you can see we already implemented the library, and that's how it's done. Thank you for your time, and see you next time.